Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's weekend WIP, a little bit delayed weekend WIP, I'm going to be working on a page in A Million Mermaids. This book I'm using for my color along over on Instagram. I've got 4 different color palettes that I'm going to be focusing on each week, and I have one page for each of them started in this book. So we're going to work on the Pastel palette today. And I have a page started, so I'm going to grab a couple of other supplies and we'll get going. I'm also going to take a drink of my drink. Every time I do these videos, I feel like I end up parched or something. So here is the page that I started. And I think that this is going to be super cute when it's all done. I'm going to be using a combination of Zig Brushables, this one Tombow marker here. Oh, maybe something else for the cat too. I didn't think about that. And then probably Prismacolors on top. I did use Black Widows on this side, but I think I'm going to use Prismacolors because that seems to work best for me. Let me grab another color for the cat here. Okay, so I love these Zig Brushables. So these 3 came in the Pastel set. So I have, and they're pretty old. You can tell that the stuff's all worn off. This is Baby Pink, Powder Blue, and English Lavender. I think it came with one more color, like a yellow maybe? Yeah, I think there was a yellow included in this set too. And then this one was another set. It came with another 4 different colors. And I just love these. They've lasted so long. And these pastel ones are super light and really good for basing your pages. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see these flowers a little bit better. Okay, and we're just going to get started. So I think my plan, I like to do these kind of hanging things. They're usually either white or blue on my pages for some reason. So I'm going to use one of the blues here. I'm going to use the darker blue for this. I'm just going to go through and give all of these flowers a nice water-based marker base coat. So hi, everybody. I'm so sorry about the delayed video this weekend. I know a lot of you will probably have been moved on already with your weekend. So, yeah, I apologize for that. I just didn't plan very well, and we ended up taking my son to Nebraska. So I live in Indiana. Nebraska is about a 10-hour drive. And I mean, that's, including the stops and whatever that we have to make along the way. But it was a drive for sure. And we did the drive one way one day, and then we came home the next day. So we were in the car a long time, and I was very tired by the time I got back. It's crazy how much just sitting really affects your whole body. So I did not love that. But it was nice being able to get him situated. And yeah, it was really, really a little sad because it is Mother's Day today. And so he's gone on the weekend that, I wish I could see him, but he's growing up. So I know that he wants to go and do things on his own and be out in the world. And I want that for him. So he's going to be there all summer. And I already miss him like crazy. He said, just think about it though, Mom. Once I'm gone, you can come downstairs and record anytime you want. You don't have to wait for me to get up. You don't have to, get off quicker because, because I want to get downstairs and game or whatever. I was just like, yeah, that's true. That's all true. However, I would much rather you be here. But yeah, so he's there. Everything seems to be going well the first couple days, and we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, he's out there with his girlfriend and her family, and we met them and got to spend some time with them and had dinner with them and saw where he's staying and all that stuff. So yeah, kind of a big step. And then my youngest went with us because she was having a real hard time with the fact that he was leaving again, because he went away for college for a year, and she was okay, more okay with that, I think, because he was, I'm going to grab a darker pink, because he was not that far away. He was just downtown. So, do I like that one? Is that a good one? I think that's a good one. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Well, let me double check. Hold on. Actually, yes, I want that one. Okay. So this one is going to be for these pink flowers down here, I think. That's my plan. I'm going to try to spread out the colors as best I can, but I know that sometimes that doesn't always work. So I'm just going to attempt to do my best. So I've got, like, in my head, I have different, like the different kinds of flowers are all going to be one color. So I'm hoping that that will work. Yeah. Yep, let's just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do these ones down at the bottom here. So yeah, so that's what I did all weekend. And then today, you know, is just getting home and recovering from the travel and getting things caught up around the house and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So I did lots of laundry, lots of just catching up on everything. Really boring, mundane, everyday household things, which, you know, I actually didn't mind doing it today, even though it was Mother's Day. Like, normally I just want to be left alone and just, like, sit and not do anything. But today I was okay with being up and moving around and, you know, doing the normal chores that are just happen every weekend. And it was kind of weird because normally I am kind of like grumbly about it, but I felt good about it today. Like laundry. Like, I don't normally feel good about doing laundry, but I was like, oh, I got all of my laundry done. That's not something that, you know, sometimes a lot of the times I'll, you know, forget that it's in the wash or forget that it's in the dryer. Or like the basket will sit, you know, and not be folded for a couple of days, or once I get it folded, it'll sit in the basket for a couple of days before I get it put away. Sometimes longer. That's the hardest part for me, is putting the clothes away for some reason. But, yeah, I got it all done today. And I was just looking around kind of going, what is happening? This is not, this is not normal, Erica. But I got it done. So yeah, anyway, let's talk about the channel. So I started last week. I did start, I do kind of like this pink. I'm going to use it for these smaller flowers up here too. I did start filming my color along. I really like the mermaids that I drew in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I am doing a color along series all year for Johanna Basford's books. And this month I am doing a color along in World of Flowers, because last year I had done a page where I drew in my own mermaid. And so I'm just continuing with the other side of that page. So I'm going to kind of make it like a double page spread. So I think that's going to look really cool. Okay. So I'm thinking these are going to be this light, I think a mix of these. No, I lied. It's going to be a mix of these. So it's going to be the blue and like the purple color mixed together in this part. And then these flowers will be like the pinky purple, and then she'll probably have some of that pinky purple too. That sounds like a plan. We're going to try that. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly pick a few colors to get the purple, and then we'll pick some to get the blue. So yeah, so I started recording that. I'm liking the way it's going so far. I don't have a whole bunch done, but I did get the mermaids all drawn in and inked, and I've started in on coloring some of the different pieces on the page. There's a lot of little things to color, so it might take a little bit longer. I was hoping I was going to be able to get it done in just one video, because those seem to do better for you guys. You prefer those, and it's just not, I don't think it's going to work just because I have so many tiny things to color on the page. But I don't mind. It's fine with me. I think it's going to be cool anyway. Let's see. I want to do this one. I want to do this one. Try not to put them right next to each other, but if they are, it's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm excited that I've got the plans set in motion to get 4 pages done in this book. And I'm also doing a page for each of my color palettes in my Portrait of the Mermaid. So I should have a bunch in that book colored as well. So 4 more in that one too. So I think that's going to be really cool. All right, we're going to use the lightest blue. I did base all of the leaves in here with the Crayola Super Tips. Just in case you were curious. I like, in this book specifically, because it was made in Canada, the water mediums don't work super great. So like things like Inktense or Neocolors, or watercolor, just watercolors in general, or watercolor pencils, things like that. Those don't work super great on this paper, but water-based markers work well. So I do typically use those as a base layer, and then I'll go through and add in my shading on top of that. And that tends to work the best for me. Okay. And my coloring is very spotty today. Like, I can see all these places where I've just missed completely. Hopefully I'm not too off screen on most of this either. Sometimes I zoom in and I just forget that I have zoomed in. Let's see, what else? Oh, like I said earlier, today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. I hope that you, if you are a mother, you got some wonderful love. I hope that if you have a mother, that you were able to send some love. And if you don't, I hope that you have a figure in your life who is mother-like, and who you are able to just share with them how much you appreciate all they do for you. Okay, I'm thinking again here. Okay, I think I'm going to use the lightest color for this. I think that's my plan. Make sure that I'm on screen here. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I had like I said, I had just a really nice chill day. My husband did do one thing for me. He went to the grocery store, so I didn't have to, which I appreciate, because the grocery store is one of my least favorite errands to run. I don't know, I just don't like it. Once our grocery store started having the pickup delivery service, I started using that all the time, and then they just started messing up our orders, and I was just like so frustrated with it, and finally was just like, ugh. But I used to love shopping, and I don't know what it is. It's just as I've gotten older, I'm just like, I don't like it anymore. I don't want to be out. I just want to be home. Makes me sound like an old fuddy-duddy. Okay, I can't tell what this is up here. I think this is another, I think it's like one of these kind of flowers down here, but I don't really know exactly. So we're just gonna color it purple. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, I saw so many beautiful pictures of the Aurora Borealis over the United States. I'm sure it was other places too, but it was really, really visible, pretty far south in the US, and it's not usually visible that far south. Unfortunately, I didn't know about it one night, and then the next night I couldn't keep my eyes open. So I did not get to physically see it, which really bummed me out. I would love to be able to see that someday. Yeah, we're going to do these guys over here. Okay. All right, I like that. So then I'm going to do her tail with this dark purple. This looks nice. I'm going to probably get all of the marker base done on this before the video's over. Yay me! Yeah, I've seen some really beautiful pictures out there. So if you guys know Shannon over at Color and Craft with Shani Blue, she takes fantastic pictures, and she got some really cool pictures of the Aurora, I can't always say it right, Aurora Borealis. And she also posted some pictures recently of some of the cicadas, that crazy amount of cicadas that are coming out. They're digging their way out of the ground or wherever they were for the last, I don't know, 13 years or something. She got some really cool pictures of that too. Okay. Hair is going to be, we're going to do this one. Sure. This is what it's going to, do I want this? Yeah, I do. Done. It's going to be bluish purple. Now, when you do hair with these water-based markers, since there is some streaking that might happen, just follow the direction of the hair. So you can see I'm kind of starting at the same point, and then I'm just going to follow the strands around. And so that way, if streaking does happen, it kind of looks like it might be hair strands. Or it might be easier to like cover it up by drawing in some hair strands or something. Her hair's going to be probably a little bit, so all of these are like a really light base, so definitely all of this will be just a little bit darker than what you're seeing now. I thought about doing the same colors as on the opposite page here, but I just didn't want to. I mean, I really like the opposite side. Like, I really love these colors, but I just wanted something different. Okay, so I've got a couple of browns here. So we're going to do this really light one. So this is Tombow 942. This is going to be for her skin. And then for the cat, he's going to be like this. It's Tombow 912. It's going to be like it's almost like an orangey. So it's kind of look like an orange cat, I think, but a little more brown. Now, since I'm not using my pencils and I'm not using alcohol markers, I was going to try to leave like a white tummy, and I could still do that because these are brush pens, so you can kind of like lighten up your strokes as you get, you know, closer to the area that you want the color to fade off, but it's just easier to do it all at once. If I want to lighten it up, I can always use my white Prismacolor on top of that, and it'll lighten up that marker just a little bit. Now, this cat looks crazy right now, I think, but it's going to look okay, I promise. It's going to look good. All right, then I just need to grab a brown for the swing, and then I'm also going to use this pink here to do these little petals. Okay, let me grab a brown. Okay, I'm going to use the Zig Brushables again. Like I said, I love these markers. And again, since this is a wood grain, I'm just kind of going the direction that the grain is in, so that if I get streaking, it is in the direction that the grain is supposed to be anyway. All right, I think the bunnies are going to be white. So I'll just do some little shade, a little bit of shading on them with my Prismas. I do need to do like the bottoms of the flowers here. I think I might color those green. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead right here. I'm just going to draw in some lines because it looks like that's what that is. If it's not, well, I've just made it one of those. Okay, I'm going to use my dark pink to color in these little spots. And if I have been off camera for any of that, I apologize because I was totally not paying attention again. Okay. All right, so we need, let's see, I'm going to grab this really light yellow. This is the other color that came in that pastel set. I think I'm going to do a darker yellow down here. It's still not super dark, but it's good. And then we'll do some yellows on, just some darker yellow on the purpley color flowers too. And then I might do, there we go. I don't know if I want to use the light yellow or if I just want to do white. I think I'll do or brown. No, I don't think I want brown. I think I just want this really super light yellow. I'm going to use that. I probably should have used that one for all of them. That's okay. It's not super, there's not a huge difference between the yellows, but sometimes just that little bit is enough to throw off the page. I think the darker yellows will be okay. I think. Okay. All right, so that is my whole page done with markers. Let me zoom out. Okay, so that's what it looks like with just the marker base. And then I'll come in with my color pencils and add in some shading. I'm just going to use my Prismas just because it's easiest. And they tend to work really well in my Lulu Mayo books. I am going to do, I think, a similar background to this side. So I'll have like green around the outside and then maybe some pinks on the inside. Let's see what I got. I do have a lot of my greens busy right now, so I might need to steal those. All my pencils are starting to get really small. Really tiny pencils. Okay, I think I'll go between these two, and then if I want, and maybe throw in some of this, and if I want darker, then I can add in that other color. But I'll just kind of do a little section so you can kind of see what I'll do. So it's basically, I'm just going to go along any of the flower stems and just bring out some color. And I'll just do this all the way around. Prismas, like I said, tend to work really well in this book. All right, so let's bring in a little bit darker. So we'll bring in, and that's just going to be like in the very darkest spots. So like right there, and then I'll blend it out with my lighter colors. So we'll do that again here. Just add in a little bit. And blend things out. And when I do these kind of free-flowing pencil borders like this, I always make sure that I don't have like harsh lines anywhere. So when you get to the edges, you don't want to just stop. You want it to kind of fade off into the white. So you start a little heavier towards the line and then just lighten your pressure up as you move away from the line art. All right. Okay, I like that. I think that's looking good. Darken things up just a little bit more right here. As long as you keep your layers pretty light, you should be fine. Should be fine to add quite a few. All right, and then if I want to change the tone at all, I can bring in this more yellowy green color. Just add in a little bit of that in a couple spots. That just adds a little bit of interest in the background, so it's not all the same like tone, I guess. But it's still green. All right, so yeah, so that's kind of what that'll look like all the way around there. And then I'll have some different, I don't know, different colors of pink or something in the background. Let's look at her hair. So I've got like a bluish purple. So let's try these. I think that the Imperial Violet and the blue, what's it called? Blue Violet Lake. That'll be a good, that'll be a good color combo. Now, since all of these hair pieces kind of start at the same spot, I'm going to go ahead and add some shading into those areas. Okay, and then I'm going to just blend that out a little bit. And I will be using my white Prisma as well to make sure that I reserve a highlight. So I want a highlight to kind of go that way and one to come across this way. There we go. And that'll just give me a nice highlight there. So I'm gonna curve these lines like it looks like maybe her bangs are just swept to the side. Hope that makes sense. And then I'll just continue those lines out this way. And if I want to do, I can bring in a darker color if I want darker hair, but I don't think I want it any darker. I do want this white to be a little bit lighter, so I might bring in a little bit of a Prisma and just add in a few highlight marks across her head there. That is driving me crazy. I know that I'll probably cover it up with some pencil or something, but it's just throwing me off. Okay, I am going to use just a little bit darker color. So I'm using this, this dioxazine purple just to get some nice dark color right at the roots there. Oh, shoot. Don't mess up my page. That is unfortunate. Okay. Well, all right. I don't know if that's any better or not. And then I am going to use my Imperial Violet again, and I'm going to just go ahead and outline these strands that Miss Mayo has drawn in for us. I think that'll be cute. All right, so again, I'm gonna pick the areas where I want the highlights to be. So I feel like here is gonna be a highlight. So this whole area here, so anytime the hair goes that way, curves to the right, has a bump out to the right, that's gonna get a highlight. So all of that, that guy right there. Okay, we'll see if that works. Okay, so then, yeah, so then I just go through and I add in the darker areas where I know that there's going to be some darker colors. Okay, so that going out is all of the light. So then we're going to go, parts that curve to the left are going to get the darker colors. So I'm just going to go in and go ahead and add in those colors where I think that they might be. Okay, so that's kind of what it's going to look like. So dark light, yeah, there we go. And I'll just add in the, and I can add a few layers in here too. That's not gonna, that'll be fine. That'll work. We'll make it work. And this is like the most simple way, I guess, for me to color hair. And in these books, I tend to go pretty darn simple with my hair. I mean, I'm never super detailed. Like I'm not, hair is not my favorite thing to color. Like some people we know out there, but you know, I'm not hating on it. You know, you like what you like, and that's fine. But I can only color hair for a little while before I'm just like, make it stop. Like I've been coloring the same thing for forever, and I don't want to do it anymore. So it gets old for me pretty quick. But okay, I think that is looking much better. All right, we're going to add in just a little bit of dioxazine here. Yeah, I like that. It's still pastel, right? That works. It's still kind of pastel. That's the only trouble with having that pastel color palette, because you still have to make it look, you know, like it's got some dimension to it. So adding in you have to add in darker colors, but you also want to keep that lovely pastel shade. You don't want to ruin it. All right, this seems to have gotten out of control down here. So we're gonna flick some color randomly, just so it's not one crazy solid line. Same here. And again, I can, like I said, I can come back in with my white Posca and darken things up. But all right, and then I will again go through and just add a little bit more dimension to the areas where she's got like these little hairlines drawn in. Yeah, not so pastel anymore, very much blue now, but that's okay. That's okay. The rest of it will still be pastel. Okay. All right, so I think that's going to be it for me today. I think it's going to be a cute page once I get it all done. And I'll be happy to have another one finished in here. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for listening to all my rambling. And I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.